Hello, welcome to finals day here in Buenos Aires. Phil, you look very warm. Tough, turbulent qualifying days really showed as more than a handful of top drivers featured in the quarterfinals. Quarterfinal A promoted Ryan Cavalieri, Barry Petit, Adam Drake and also Renault Savoia. Whilst in quarterfinal B, reigning champion Cody King finished 4th after winning his 1/8 final, so would continue to progress to the semi, along with Ryan Lutz, Dylan Rodriguez and winning young American Dakota Fend. Whilst Brits Darren Bloomfield and Neil Cragg both had problems and were out, with Jorn Newman who had bumped in from the 1/8 but couldn't go any further. Into the semi-A, and Renault Savoia's continuing engine tinkering saw him late to the grid but just in time as David Tortorici helps himself to a huge jump start which earns him a drive-through penalty. And into the second turn, TQ Elliott Boots makes a mistake and falls way back, whilst Ty Tessman and Ryan Mayfield don't wait around to take charge of the race. And before long, Tessman is way out in front, in a league of his own. Elliott, a clear favourite yesterday, showed some unimaginable speed and consistency, but would have some work to do to make the final now. But then, a crash off camera lost him power. The marshals raced to bring him back and his pit crew assessed the situation. It seems a broken servo has ended Elliott Boots' worlds 7 laps into his semi-final. The shock and disappointment is plain to see. Whilst with only 2 more laps, another casualty is Jerome Igon. More problems for Renault Savoia. As the half-hour race unfolds, Ryan Mayfield continues and finishes 2nd. Ryan Cavalieri had problems and didn't make the final, and David Ronnefalk, the 3rd car here, would ultimately get past David Tortorici and Adam Drake and earn himself a final spot. But Ty Tessman puts in a great run with 38 laps in 30 minutes and 8 seconds. He has a real shot of making pole in the main final. In semi-final B, Robert Bataille ahead of Jared Thibault and British driver Lee Martin. Thibault pressures Bataille hard in the opening laps as much of the field follows in grid order. The second semi, much less eventful than the first, saw Hara finish 2nd, Dakota Fend finished 3rd, Cody King finished his admirable bump-up campaign from the 8th final right through to the main. The current world champion would see a gruelling 2.5 hours track time on finals day. He finishes 4th. Indeed, the biggest upset in this semi was Jared Thibault, one of the favourites to win 2010, out after 29 laps. He would watch this final from the bleachers. But all the while, Robert Bataille led with a fantastic drive, and 38 laps in 30 minutes and 20 seconds would put him 2nd on the grid behind Ty Tessman and ahead of Atsushi Hara, Dakota Fend, Ryan Mayfield, Cody King, Lee Martin, Yannick Igon, Josh Wheeler, David Ronnefalk, Ryan Lutz and Taylor Peterson. Phil, what a sad way for Elliott's finals to end.
Yeah, very sad demise, the way to finish his world championship. No one wanted that, least of all Elliott, obviously. Broken servo, and he's out.
It's weird, isn't it? It's the thing we've been saying all week. Nobody wants to be the favourite. This is just what happens to the people who TQ.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is a bit of a curse about being TQ. I think only Mark Pavidis has managed to turn it into a win. And, it strikes again, unfortunately, for Elliott. But he'll have more chances in the future.
He will. Well, the semi-finals left us with an interesting lineup for the finals.
Yes, I mean, you can never predict the world's final field. There's always going to be upsets in the semis and, people benefiting as a result. We lost big names like Thibault, obviously Boots, Cavalieri. I mean, there are a lot of names which we lost in semis. But still, You always have to have luck on your side to make a World's Final.
Let's see how it unfolded. The race got away cleanly into the first lap, with Robert biting at Ty's heels and the rest following, with a mistake landing Dakota Fend on his back on the double-double, and Cody King sliding off the tabletop. But up front, Tessmann was continuing to be pursued by Battle and Hara. A few laps in, the first two were getting away, and car 5 of Ryan Mayfield was pursuing Hara for third position. Hara makes a mistake on the concrete section and falls behind Ryan Lutz and Yannick Igon. Meanwhile, the front two are pulling away, and Robert Battle is looking more and more threatening. It looks like he could pass on the double, but the Spanish driver bides his time, knowing that one mistake could end his hopes of the world title. While Tessmann's under pressure, knowing it's much easier to follow than it is to lead. A few laps on, our nerves getting the better of Robert, Ty's easing away and Ryan Mayfield's gaining on Battle. Battle slowing. Could he have a problem? An awkward landing lets Mayfield into second place. The American not really hit the headlines. He said he struggled with cornering all week. Well, one lap on, Ryan gives back the second spot at exactly the point he took it. So we're back to Tessmann from Battle. As the laps turn into double figures, Battle gets the moment he's been waiting for. Tessmann lands badly and Battle's up in the lead. Behind them, as the race continues to unfold, Mayfield is once again pressuring Hara for third position, and echoing their previous battle, Hara again falls, off the corner section this time, and it's Battle 1, Tessmann 2, Mayfield 3 and Hara in fourth. But with more than half the race down, Hara makes a comeback bid over the doubles, and the back corner, no mistake this time. Over the tabletop, looks down the inside into the double. Hara chasing. The Japanese racing legend has made 2 World Championship podiums already this year, and now he's battling to make it 3. But Mayfield holds on to third place. Out front, Battle has a significant lead. He's a lap up on Tessmann, who is running well, but just doesn't really have the pace to challenge. As the long hour of racing draws to an end, Mayfield slows. Hara's retaken third, and on the final lap, David Ronnefauk seals fourth position. A great result for the young Swedish driver. But Battle, sublime from start to finish, with 76 laps to Tessmann's 75, and at least 2 laps up on the rest of the field. Robert Bataille is the new IFMAR 1/8 Buggy World Champion.
I have no words to say thank you for everyone. We make a big effort this last 2 months. It was like every day since 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or something like this, because we had the new car, we had to set up the car, developing it, and it's not so easy to do. So finally, everything worked brilliant. I mean, I cannot do anything else. I think I just one crash during all main.
Yeah.
I cannot say anything, just thank you, everyone.
Well, you must have had your head in the right place. You must have had to think. Was it stressful up there? Were you nervous?
At the beginning, really nervous, a lot. I mean, just when we came to the track, before the semi and everything, we were talking just, okay, if we bump up to the main, all nerves will go out and we'll just have fun, you know? But 5 minutes before the start of the main, I catched Roger from Ultimate, and I said him like, all I thought about nervous, just give it away because I'm so nervous. It was just at the beginning with Ty, we saw it in the semi that Ty would be so fast, and he was really fast. But he had so crashes, and I just keep my calm mind, and I didn't take care of anyone. I just wanted to make my laps and my main and my everything. I mean, I didn't take care of anyone. Just see my car, be as fast as I can, and finally I got it.
it went off to a good start. I made some mistakes, and then Robert got by and just kind of tried to stay on my own lines and not crash, but it just wasn't fast enough. So it's good to have second, but I would have rather been first. But
So close, but so far.
yeah, well, he was 13 seconds in front of me, but it's on this track it's very hard to make up unless you crash. But I don't know. It's good to have second. Yeah, it was pretty good to have Hara up there too. It's really good for hot bodies to do that. Hopefully, everything goes well in the next year.
It's fantastic for sure. It's all my result. It's not only from me. It's all of my teammates, sponsors, and everything make me push the podium for sure. So, but I think we still have something extra, like space for more the grow up. Maybe 10%, 20% more. I never stop, never give up. The car is stable. Different type of driver. Me and the Thai, it's kind of completely different driving style, and different tires also. But it's kind of make the same speed. So which is mean I think its car is really good capacity for a wider range the capacity. So I think it's everybody in my team are happy with the cars.
I think what's amazing is that 3 different classes, 3 different cars, 1 driver, 3 podiums in 3 world championships.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I think this is kind of my best average result for my all RC life. But the look outside podium is really good. But for pro driver, I'm pro driver, so it's my job to win for a race, not for the second, not for third. So the good result, I need to win for at least 1 class for the.
Well, firstly, a great success for HB and HPI. Clearly disappointed, but fantastic result for them.
Yeah, I think you also have to look back in time. Hara won 2008, second in 2010, and now Hara's third with Thai second as well. That's a fantastic achievement. This is a class which is so difficult, and to be on the podium, three world championships in a row is just fantastic.
And Robert, of course.
Yeah, he dominated the final. You have to say he deserved it. Maybe it wasn't the most exciting final in the world, but the guy drove awesome and super fast, and a worthy winner.
I think the only thing that leaves you thinking is what it might have been if Elliot had been there as well, to have another fast guy to maybe challenge him.
Yeah, I think there could have been a couple more fast guys. For sure, Elliot, he should have been in the main, but yeah, he'll have more chances.
He will. Well, thanks for joining us all week here in Buenos Aires. We've had a fantastic time. It's been challenging, but fun.
Yeah, challenging, but rewarding as always. It's my, I think, 4th World Championship, and I think I'm left with the memory of Robert, his reaction to winning. I remember last time I said Koji's reaction as well, but it's just a privilege to be able to be up there and witness it firsthand.
Yes, big congratulations to Robert and Tessman and Hara, and we'll see you in 2 years' time.